and welcome to Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, a Let's Play by Link6616, my awakening as a Let's Player. Now, you'll notice first up that I'll be using a different file, and that I'm in my green costume. That's because for today, while practicing, I accidentally saved over the file. So, in order to let you guys catch up with where I am, I quickly replayed through this, and I've put that video up online, so that you are able to see exactly how I got through it so fast. It only took me about 20 minutes, so don't feel too bad about that. So, first of all, we are off to get the slime key, because the slime key will let us enter this dungeon, which is not called the slime dungeon, but the key cavern. Probably it's called the slime key to avoid us calling the key. So this is Richard. He is from a different game called Kaeru no tame ni kane wa naru, which approximately translates to "For the frog the bell tolls." And so this is Prince Richard. The game For the Frog the Bell Tolls is actually the engine in which Link's Awakening is based off, and Richard is the Frog Prince. He's, if I recall correctly, he's not the main character, but he is a important rival to the main character. But I could be wrong. I've never actually played it. I only briefly read about it. So, we've been tasked to get all the gold leaves, so let's go and get the gold leaves. And Richard will offer us the slime key in return, as he mentioned in that conversation. So let's go up to the castle. Now there is a brief photo scene up here, but I haven't triggered the camera shot man, so don't worry too much about that. It's not a particularly great scene. Yes, let's give the bananas to Kiki. And we have a stick! Which will come in useful very much later on. So, right now, it is... oh, on these phone booths, which you've seen probably a few times, you can go into them and... what's his name? Will give you information about what to do next. It's quite useful if you haven't played the game before, and in my first playthrough, I actually used it quite a bit. However, obviously, in subsequent playthroughs, it's not that useful, as you probably already know the general structure of the game. And he doesn't offer terribly specific advice. So this kind of operates in a sort of mini-dungeon sense. Where you have to collect 5 golden leaves. It's not terribly complex, but it's a nice change. This is probably one of the more involved... it feels a little bit more involved getting to this dungeon than other ones. And going around the outside to pick up some lovely extra golden leaves. And to trigger this crow, if I recall correctly, I need to use the power bracelet. So that's 2 down, 3 to go. Kill all the monsters. Oh, in this particular file, I'm not really worrying too much about life. As you probably saw, I've already died about 5 times. Partially this is because I've just stolen my entire inventory pretty much from the shop. And partially this is because I use the turbo function quite frequently in order to get it done as quickly as possible, which occasionally resulted in me running into pits multiple times within the same second. Let's plant a bomb and get a guard out and a golden leaf. Once you get the boomerang, these actually contain fairies inside them, which makes them fairly nifty for recovering life if you're being lazy. Of course, you should aim to not get hit in the first place, but if the game offers you plenty of opportunities to heal yourself, why not take them? And that's all 5 golden leaves. Now we can go to Richard and get the key. And down we go. It has got to be said that Link's Awakening is really quite pretty for what it actually is. Like, they've chosen a good collection of colours, they contrast well, everything stands out, nothing stands out as being too unusual. It's certainly, compared to a lot of other Game Boy Color games even, it feels a clear step up above, say, the NES style graphics. But at the same time, it's obviously similar technology. Certainly, again, it doesn't ever feel old, whereas when I play some early Game Boy games and the original Zeldas, they feel specifically old to me. Maybe this is because I have nostalgia for this, and I don't have nostalgia for the other Zelda games. Who knows? Right. This section is a little bit boring, but I kind of like that it's there. So using your sword, you navigate this area. Of course, you can skip areas if you're a bit clever. And that was a lot quicker than they probably intended. And now we have the slime key. So what happened last time was, in order to save time going backwards through that, I just selected save, and then realised my mistake. So, now I'm back to being all powerful Link, with only 1 heart, but I should obtain that again pretty soon. Right, so we've got Richard's key. Yes, we do. And it's time to go to the Key Cavern, which is maybe not my favourite dungeon in this game, but it's definitely one that has a few things I really like, and I'll probably be discussing those in a little bit more depth, so this is probably going to be a much more interesting dungeon to watch me play through, because you'll get a little bit more critique. Not a lot more critique, but a little bit more critique and a look at how it's structured. Of course, I could have just gone up straight through here, as opposed to going backwards through that, which would have saved me a lot of agony, as I wouldn't have accidentally saved or anything. Now this looks like a place that has something. Let's see what's in there. A seashell that was a rupee for a moment. That's unusual. Right. Key Cavern. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching.